Using AR and VR tools to present your portfolio. Leveraging AR and VR tools to present your portfolio is a powerful way to demonstrate your capabilities and innovation, making your portfolio itself an experience. Sketchfab integration, for example, allows you to embed interactive 3D models of your assets, characters, or environments directly into your portfolio website. This allows viewers to rotate, zoom, and explore your creations in detail. Sketchfab is a free, interactive, and comparatively safe way to share your 3D designs directly from your portfolio website. To use Sketchfab, start by creating a free account. To upload your 3D model, log into your Sketchfab account. Click the Upload button on the top right corner of any Sketchfab page. Alternatively, you can drag and drop your files directly into the upload window. To share your model, on the Models page, click the Embed button below the viewer. Copy the iframe HTML code provided and paste it into your website's code. Click the Share button to get a short, shareable link. Use the Share button to share your model on social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest. WebXR experiences. Create small, self-contained WebXR, web-based AR, VR, experiences that viewers can launch directly from their browser. This could be a virtual gallery showcasing your work, an interactive AR overlay that brings a static image to life, or a miniature VR scene demonstrating your environment design skills. WebXR is a broader term that refers to the entire ecosystem of standards and technologies enabling virtual reality and augmented reality experiences on the web. It is designed to help web developers create immersive experiences that can be accessed through a compatible web browser, eliminating the need for specialized software applications. This diagram illustrates architecture and layers of a web-based XR application. Web-based applications such as Eighth Wall are user-friendly platforms that allow you to import content and generate WebXR experiences without needing coding knowledge and experience.
Welcome to Niantic Studio. This is what we'll be building in this quick tutorial. First, create a new project from your workspace and select the studio project type. Next, decide on your project's name and final URL. And then, for this tutorial, we'll use demo for our license type. You'll be taken to our quick start guide, showcasing off our current selection of studio projects. Let's choose empty project and clone it. You will then be introduced to Niantic Studio, our brand new visual editor and web gaming engine. Let's start with a quick overview. Here is the project hierarchy, assets, 3D viewport, the launch toolbar, including the simulator, which we'll explore later, and finally, the inspector. Another great way to get familiar with Studio is by referencing the keyboard shortcuts menu, which shows how to control the camera, such as pan, which you can do with middle click plus drag on mouse, or two-finger drag on trackpad. You can also zoom using the mouse scroll wheel or two-finger pinch on trackpad. And finally, orbit, which can be done with option left click and drag on mouse, or option two-finger drag on a trackpad. We can also reference the gizmo at the bottom to select different views from the Z, X, and Y axis. Now, let's right-click on our box entity in our hierarchy and remove it. The hierarchy is where camera and lights live as well. Now let's create a sphere primitive by clicking the plus icon and selecting sphere. This will create a sphere in the center of our viewport. We can move our sphere by dragging the gizmo on the Z, X, or Y axis. We can do the same by selecting the rotation icon or scale icon. Here, we can scale up the sphere by clicking and dragging on the gizmo. Now, let's take a look at the inspector on the right. Under the mesh section, increase the radius to 0.75. Then, let's open the materials tab and choose a color. This purple looks great. You can also adjust other attributes such as metalness. Let's make this 0. Now let's select our sphere and move it up 2 units in the Y direction. Let's also create a plane entity in our hierarchy and set its scale to 7. Next, let's add lighting components to our entities so the sphere renders a shadow on the plane. Studio comes with some built-in components including animation, particles, physics, the let's choose lighting, and the shadow component. Make sure to check cast and receive shadows on the component. We also need to add the component to our plane so that it receives shadows. Let's click our plane entity, components, and add shadow component. Again, make sure to check cast and receive shadows. Now we can see our sphere renders a shadow on the plane. We can do a similar action to create real-time physics by adding a physics component to our entities. Once added, we can see the rigid body selection for static or dynamic. Let's select dynamic so the sphere falls. Let's also increase the bounciness to 0.8. Now, let's add a physics component to our plane. We'll set it to static so it doesn't move. Next, adjust its bounciness to 0.8 to ensure the sphere bounces off of it. Let's click Build in our Launch toolbar now. Once our project has successfully compiled, click Play to open the simulator and view our scene in action. You can see the ball bounce with real-time physics. What's also great about the simulator is you have the ability for live sync, so you can continue to run your scene while dynamically making changes on the fly. For example, let's create a capsule entity in our scene and move it above the sphere. Let's rotate it 45 degrees on the z-axis, quickly change the color, and then add a physics collider to it. Set it to dynamic and watch it instantly interact with the rest of your scene. Finally, let's add this ramp GLB model from our Physics Playground sample project into our scene by dragging and dropping it into the Assets folder. Follow the same steps as before by adding the Physics Collider. The Physics Shape option Auto will create a custom collider for your GLB model. Add the shadow component as well. Then, click Build to recompile the scene. Run the simulator one last time to see your project in action. This is only the beginning. We can't wait to see what you build with Niantic Studio.
Another way to include AR artworks or designs into your portfolio is with augmented reality markers or filters. Augmented reality markers, also known as fiducial markers, are specific patterns or images that trigger AR experiences when scanned by a device's camera. Design a unique AR marker that, when scanned with a smartphone app, displays the augmented artwork. An AR marker must be a photo or image you have specially created for your project. The image you create must be unique. Using stock photos or Google Images is not a good idea, as someone else could be already using the same picture or will do so at a later stage, and because of that, it can show different content on the same marker. For this reason, you should not use your brand name or logo as a marker, but rather embed your logo into a unique design. Using your unique artworks as markers can work well, unless they are too minimalist. For the computer vision to detect the marker, use as many graphical elements and contrasts in your trigger photo as possible. The image recognition system thrives on different shapes and lines, but avoid repeating patterns and blurry images. You can create your own custom AR app using a platform such as Echo 3D or use a widely used platform like Artiviv. When scanned, the marker can then reveal a 3D model, animation, or video related to your work. This could be a dynamic business card or an interactive element on your portfolio page. Echo 3D is a cloud platform designed for 3D asset management and delivery, which can be a powerful tool for art and design professionals looking to build an engaging and interactive extended reality portfolio. Artiviv allows you to bridge the gap between traditional and digital art, bringing your static creations to life through augmented reality. Consider platforms like the VUT3 Foundation, where you can create and host a persistent VR space for your portfolio, inviting others to explore. Mudverse is an immersive web-based ecosystem developed by the VUT Foundation that allows artists, educators, and other organizations to create and exhibit art through VR and other XR experiences. Experiences can be created making use of XR Studio, with access to Sketchfab resourced. The MUD Foundation is a non-profit organization that aims to provide a digital space where users can create, explore, and engage with art in a virtual environment. Other similar options include VRChat and Facebook Horizons. Dedicated gallery and art exhibition applications such as ArtPlacer are also very useful to create persistent virtual spaces where you can customize your gallery space easily, exhibit your artworks as images, videos, GIFs, and 3D models. Each project could be represented by a 3D model, a video display, or an interactive element. Most of these applications have free trial versions available. ArtPlacer is a useful application for creating online VR gallery spaces. Click on the link provided to explore this VR exhibition that also showcases 3D objects. Take some time to explore this gallery. To learn how to create a similar project, follow the tutorial provided in this link. Spatial.io is a similar platform to the Mudverse Foundation and is also widely used to create persistent VR exhibition spaces that can incorporate AR artworks. In this project, the creators use Spatial.io and Artiviv together to create this immersive experience. You can explore the experience yourself from the link provided. Use the Artiviv app to view the AR artworks. Video demonstrations and walkthroughs, high-quality screen captures, record smooth videos of your AR, VR applications in action and edit various clips together carefully. Showcase key features, interactions, and the overall user experience. If you have a VR headset available, you can capture, through the headset, from within a VR headset to give viewers an authentic sense of the immersive experience. Consider adding a professional voiceover explaining your design choices and technical implementation to video footage. Voiceovers should be clear and concise. Social media AR filters. Create AR filters for platforms like Instagram or Snapchat that showcase your design aesthetic or an interactive element from one of your projects. Link to these filters from your portfolio. Building your online presence is an ongoing process. Regularly update your art portfolio with new artwork, refine your artist statements, and stay active on social media platforms to engage with your audience.